33 is done, and you should be right here with the blue yarn, still with our 2 attached. You notice we've got these ovals that are starting to form. We're just going to push the brown stitches out, 1 more on each side, so we have 3 blue in the middle, and just continue with this pattern. So the count, again, it's going to be 9 stitches that you repeat 6 times all the way around. And like the last round, it's going to be symmetrical, so what we're doing on one side, you're going to reflect or mirror over and do the reverse on the other side. So we have 1 blue, oh, I hit the camera, I'm so sorry. I do that all the time. I hope nobody got sick. So we had 1 blue, 2 browns. Now for the center, we're going to have 3 blue, not 1 like last round. So we have 1, 2, and 3. We'll drop that, switch to the brown. Now on the way in, we did 1 blue and 2 browns. Now we're going to do 2 browns, followed by 1 blue. Two browns, switch. 1 blue. And the end of the repeat is going to end with the blue on the hook, because the next repeat starts with it. So you see here we're getting this shape right here. So the repeat 1 more time. 1 blue, switch to the brown. 2 browns. Switch back to the blue. For the center, we're going to do 3 blues. Now we'll finish the side over here with 2 more brown. And 1 blue finishes out the repeat. So for our repeat, you've got 1 blue, 2 browns, 3 blues in the middle, then 2 browns and 1 blue. That's it right there, 9 stitches. You're starting to get this shape forming over and over. So do that 6 times around. I almost said 8, I'm sorry. Do that 6 times around. And now we're gonna start closing it up down on the other side. So we've opened it up all the way. Now we'll start shrinking it down. Okie dokie, so round 34, which is the next round, is actually identical to round 32. Not the last one, but the one before that. So we're going to have 2 blue, 2 brown, a blue, 2 brown, 2 blue. Again, it's sort of this mirror image idea. So let's do it once here, even though we've done it a few times together last time. So you're gonna have 2 blue, drop the yarn, grab the brown, and connect that up. Now let's have 2 brown, drop that, switch back to the blue, and 1 stitch in the middle for the blue. We'll drop that and finish the second half of the shape by starting with 2 brown now. And finish the repeat, switching to blue with 2 blue, single crochet. So this round, same as 2 rounds ago. You see we're starting to close our shape now. So you have 2 blue, 2, oh no, I'm 2 down, sorry. Let's actually go to the round we're talking about here. That would be this one. We have 2 blue, 2 brown, a blue, 2 brown, 2 blue. So blue, brown, blue, working from the outside in. That shape is starting to form. Next round we'll just close it up down here at the bottom before we move on to the last bit of the head and body for the octopus. So 2, 2, 1, 2, 2. Go ahead and do that 6 times around and I'll see you for round 35. So it's time now for round 35, the last one for this pattern, where we're going to close up this part right here. So we are going to have the repeat this time. Again, 9 stitches. You're going to repeat it 6 times around. We're going to start with 3 blue. 1, 2, and 3. Drop that, switch to the brown. I got my yarn sort of stuck here. Hold on, sorry. 2 brown. That's going to close up this diamond shape, or oval, whatever you want to call it. And then we'll finish the repeat with 4 more blue. There we go. So there's our shape. It'll look even better when you get the next round on there, which is going to be the all blue, so it finishes it off. But we are going to have 3 blue, 2 brown, 1, 2, 3, 4 blue. That's the repeat 6 times around, and then we'll be ready to finish off this little bit before we move to the last part of the pattern for the head body part. So we're getting really close to the end of this piece. So we're up to round 36. We finished this part of the pattern. These sort of diamond shapes right here are all connected up. This next round is just 54 blue stitches around. You've seen we've often done that between the other parts of the pattern just to have some background separating everything. So you can just go ahead and do it. 54 around, no big deal. The brown, we're not going to be using the brown for another couple of rounds, so you got an option. Cut it now and join it in 2 rounds, or like what I'm going to do, which is just to leave it there in the background. I'm just going to sort of drop it there. I'm not going to hold it in the stitches because I don't need to waste that much yarn. And I'm just going to go ahead and do my stitches without it. That way I can grab it in a couple of rounds when I need it. So this first one is just 54 stitches all the way around. And I'll just show you right here because I love it once you finish the round beneath a pattern, you get to sort of see it a little bit better. So here, let me just get past our first shape here. And it always helps to really see how it forms the shapes. So that's it, 54 all the way around. I'll see you at the end. Alright, for quite a while now we've been working with 54 stitches. This is where we're going to start shrinking it down for a little bit before we widen it up at the very end. So we're going to do some single crochet 2 together stitches, or decreases, single crochet decreases for this round. We're still doing everything with just the blue, so that's the only one we need. Like I said before, I've kept the brown here, but you notice I'm not holding it in the stitches, so it's just floating back here on the inside of the work. You can just keep leaving it there. We'll get to it for the next round. So for this repeat, we're going to do the following pattern. And hopefully you're familiar with decreases. If not, I'm going to take you through it a little bit more slowly. Still working back loops only for everything. We're going to start with 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. And again, I'm not carrying the brown with me. It's just hanging out there on the inside. I'm just trying not to get it knotted up or tangled up with my working yarn right now. So we had 3 single crochet. Now we're going to do our decrease, or single crochet 2 together. So you're going to go into this one, go ahead and draw up a loop. Instead of finishing the stitch though, you're just going to go right into the next one and draw up another loop. So now we have 3 on the same hook. We're going to yarn over, draw through all of them, and that's our decrease. So where there were 2 stitches, we only have 1 now. Finish the repeat out with 4 single crochet. So that's it for the repeat. We'll do it one more time together. You're gonna have 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now our decrease, so in, draw up a loop, in again, draw up a loop. Now pull it through all 3. After the decrease, we have 4 more. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So everything's just with the blue variegated yarn. You're going to be decreasing 1 stitch in each repeat, which means we're going to go from 54 stitches down to 48, and you might see your work start to sort of shrink in a little bit up here at the top. So that's it. 3, decrease, 4, 6 times around, and I'll see you for the next round. Oh, and actually, hopefully you didn't leave yet. That was my bad. I caught it as I was about to shut off the camera though, so I'm kind of excited, sorry. At the end of this round, go ahead and switch back to the brown. So finish the round out on your very last repeat in the very last stitch, switch to the brown yarn so that we can start the next round with brown. So I will see you now at the beginning of round 38. This is round 37. So it is time for round 38. I caught myself in the last video remembering to tell you to be sure to switch to brown yarn in the last stitch. If you didn't catch that, I apologize, but it also means you're fast forwarding through important instructions in the video. You should watch everything. Sorry. If you missed that, just go ahead, pull that last stitch out and redo it, switching to brown at the end. And this is a first for us in this project. We can actually go ahead and cut that blue variegated yarn. We're not going to use it for 3 rounds, I think. So it'll be easier to get it out of the way. You can leave it in the center, but since we're going to be connecting the white yarn too, means you've got 3 yarns connected. If you feel comfortable, go ahead and try it. If not, I just recommend that you cut the variegated stuff for right now, that background yarn, and we'll just add it in again later. So last round we started some decreases. That means at this point you should have 48 stitches, not 54. So this is not a bad time in this round, because this round is just brown single crochet all the way around. It's not a bad time to count and make sure you haven't skipped a decrease or added a few extra stitches along the way, anything like that. So now's a good time to count and see if you're all set. So 48 brown stitches all the way around. That's it for this round, no decreases or anything. At the end of the round, you can leave the brown yarn as your active yarn. Well, actually you have to, it's the only yarn we have attached. So yeah, go ahead and do that. 48 stitches, count them out to check your work, and I will see you in a few seconds to start round 39. Okie dokie, we're on to round 39. We're getting closer and closer to the end. It's so close. Well, of the body. After this, you still have to do the bottom. That's fast, and 8 legs. They take a little bit of time, so you may want to turn your octopus into like a hexapus or a pentapus or something so that you have a little bit less work. But we're going to stick with 8 for right now for our octopus. So what we got here, we just went all the way around with the brown. Remember, this is a good time to count your stitches, see how you're doing. The first time I counted, I had 47, freaked out, counted again, it was 48, I was okay. So again, good time to check the count. We are going to be doing some decreases in this round, and so I don't forget, at the end of the round, or before the end of the round, when you've got you know, the last 10 or so stitches, go ahead and join the white yarn in, and in the very last stitch switch to white so that we can start the next round with the white yarn. In fact, the whole next round is going to be white. So, oops, that's going to slide right off the table. Put it there. All right, the repeat for this one, stitches are smaller, right? We have 48 right now, which means that we're going to have instead of 9 stitches in each repeat, we have 8 stitches, but we're also doing a 2 together. So we have 3 singles, 1, 2, and 3. Now we'll do the 2 together, so the decrease. So insert 1, yarn over and get your loop, do it again with 3 loops on the hook, now yarn over and pull it through 1. So 2 stitches turned into 1, and then finish with another 3. That's it. 1, 2, 3. So we're taking 8 stitches and turning them into 7 for each repeat. So one more time. 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now your decrease. Yarn over, pull it through all, and then 3 more. So at the end of this round, we should be down to 42 stitches. Again, we're sort of shrinking this down a little bit, and then we'll open it back up before we work on the legs. So that's it. 3, decrease, 3. Do that 6 times around, and I will see you for round 40. Remember, join in your white yarn and switch to the white in the last stitch, so the next round can be white yarn.